Hi, welcome to Coffey and Thompson Art Gallery Framing Design. We're here today with one of our distinguished artists, Bryan. He is doing a live demo portrait painting of his wife, actually, and he is a distinguished artist in Charlotte and is the 2017 recipient of the Elizabeth Greenfield Foundation Grant and a 2016 and 2017 member of the Art Pop Street Gallery. He received his MFA in Drawing and Painting at the Academy of Art University in 2015. He is now exhibiting throughout the Southeast alongside distinguished artists and professors, and his piece, Small Wonders #1, is exhibited on a billboard on South Tryon Street in Uptown Charlotte. He currently teaches art at the Northwest School of the Arts and is an active member in the art community here in Charlotte. So Bryan, let's get started with some of these questions that you answered in our blog. And the first question is, you described your aesthetic as representational, romantic, and symbolic. Could you describe your artistic process?
All right. So basically, I always have wanted to paint representation, but I like a more painterly approach. So the romantic part comes in how I'm going to paint on the surface, and I'm also responding to the subject matter. So I tend to paint people that I know, because I think inherently as I'm painting, how I see the subject tends to come out subconsciously somehow.
Of course.
So I appreciate that aspect of my practice.
Cool. Okay, favorite piece you've created to date and why?
That would be Why I Do What I Do.
And I believe we have that right here.
Yeah, this is a portrait of myself and my two daughters. This was actually the very end of my thesis series that I did, where I was addressing how I balance pursuing art and being there as a dad. It was not easy by any stretch, but I think this is just really kind of culminated in a very appropriate expression of, two of my loves, greatest loves, which is, my family and then my art. And I have to embrace them at the same time, but it's all about balancing your time, balancing your energy between the two.
I understand that. Talk about your inspiration for this painting. Was this a moment, or was it a photo that you took?
Definitely, yeah, it was staged. I had to stage the photograph.
Okay.
With two small kids, it's not easy, but you take tons of photos, and definitely can't live without your tripod when you've got your camera set up.
I understand.
Lighting is very important. That's how you build the romance, romance is not always, like a romantic type, but in art, when we say romantic, we're talking about how dramatic the piece is.
Of course.
And that's all dependent upon your lighting.
Okay.
So it's very important. That's a big part. That is a big part of the process, is staging the right situation and making sure you have more than enough reference material to really compose the piece that you really want.
Awesome. Well, that's very informative. Thank you. And then my third question is, what is your favorite medium to create in?
Definitely oils. I was trained essentially in acrylic, but when I started dabbling in oils, it was really the smell of the linseed oil in the paint. It was very attractive. I don't know, I smell it.
Oil painters say that.
It is, yeah, it's just the smell. I guess either you love it or you hate it. Similar to printmakers, I think, too, because they smell oils, too. But, it's very tactile for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
So oil portraits are like some of your favorite things to paint then, right? And we can see some of Bryan's beautiful florals that he's done. And some city scenes.
Yeah, spending a lot of time doing landscapes. So I'm currently working on an Arts and Science Council project, community supported art.
Cool.
I'm doing 50. I had to do 50 landscapes by March. So I'm on track. It's a lot of work because I work full time, but it's
that brings me to my next question. my next question was, how do you know when to move on after you finish the piece?
If it doesn't.
It's, there's for me, no definitive way of knowing. I always have deadlines. Deadlines kind of tend to keep me on track, so it helps to work on multiple pieces at a time. And I just sort of decide, okay, it's there enough. It's presentable enough to where I can move on to, because I think artists can always attest to the fact that it's hard for us to let go, but you gotta, especially when you have a timeline, you gotta okay, I gotta let this go and I gotta start on this one.
Of course. Okay, and my last question is, what are the things that inspire you the most?
It's definitely the people. My immediate family, obviously, is probably number one.
Okay.
Hence, my wife is modeling today. I like to know my models, but it's also good. It's not that I don't paint people that I don't really know. I think it helps me as the artist become more comfortable in addressing the artwork.
Yeah.
Because it can be intimidating to begin a piece, period. So that to me helps get started.
Okay, well, awesome, Bryan. Thank you so much for coming to Coffey and Thompson today. We appreciate it.
And I appreciate everything.
Please check out Bryan's work on our website, www.coffeyandthompson.com, and you can look under the blogs, and he is featured on our Artist Spotlight this month. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bryan, what would you like in your coffee?